Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So Euro is in focus today as the inflation data is coming up in the European session later on, well, in just in a few hours actually. Yearly it's coming down from 8.6%, roughly supposed to be 8.2 to 8.4% in the new consensus. It is coming down, but at a slower rate than we saw at the double-digit figures last year. The first time in Europe's history that inflation went into double-digit figures. So it is coming lower, but is it fast enough? We're going to have to wait and see how that affects the market. We've seen a strong dollar against the euro in the last couple of weeks. We're seeing a slight correction now as we take a look onto the charts in a minute. But is it going to be enough to start propelling the euro higher? Well, we've had more of a stronger reaction to inflation data from the Fed than we have from the ECB. So this has been quite a big catalyst as to why we've had a bit of a correction on the euro dollar after it broke parity at the back end of last year and has, jumped up, well, over 500 pips and possibly even more than that. But so we'll look at the charts now, and looking on the daily chart, we're seeing now, as you can see, this slight downturn in fortunes, and this was mainly due to the big NFP numbers and big PMI numbers that we saw at the beginning of February. But since then, in the last couple of sessions, I'll just zoom in so it's a little bit easy to see, we are now seeing a slight uptick, and it could just be a slight correction in the markets, or it could be a fully fledged rebound. We're going to find out with inflation data later on if that's going to have any effect on the next direction of the euro against the dollar at least. But at the moment, we have just had an uptick of just over 100 pips, which is quite good in the case of a couple of trading days. Not too much on divergences on the RSI, so just mainly going on fundamentals at the moment. So we're just keeping an eye on this particular bracket here since the beginning of February. If we break it down to a 4-hour chart with the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud, we are now just seeing just slight moves in the market, like I said, and we are piercing the cloud, which gives us an impetus that we will see a slight consolidation for a time being, probably for the next couple of hours, which is in exactly when the euro inflation data will be released. So we'll just see if we get another move to the upside or downside in that respect. But looking quite comfortable for the euro if we take it back to when we saw a big depreciation in price action, this choppy movement, and then another bearish channel. We are seeing now, as I said, this slight uptick, which looks like the formation of a flag. So we're just waiting now if we've reached the end of the flag, or if we're going to start moving higher or lower. So this is quite exciting for a lot of clients and traders that are trading this big powerful euro dollar pair. And just want to bring it down on the 1-hour chart. Don't usually do this too often, but it has been very opportunistic in the last couple of hours, because as I said, we've hit this particular peak just shy of the 107 area, and now we're in another bearish channel. So will that keep on progressing lower? As I said, just keep an eye out on the fundamentals, because that's going to be quite a big catalyst as we head into this European session. Just want to briefly look on cable as well. Cable, just on the 4-hour chart, has been very, very choppy, and what we're seeing now is pretty much the remnants of just a slight bearish channel that's just been developing in the last few trading hours, and we're just seeing a slight bearish divergence as well, which gives us the impetus that we will now see this hit another area to the downside, possibly towards the 118 handle. So this is what we're looking at in the near term, possibly by the end of the week. Obviously 2 more trading days, including this one, to go. To move 100 pips in a couple of trading days isn't really too far. Not much fundamentals on cable at the moment. Obviously we've had the big news about the Northern Irish backstop that Prime Minister Richie Sunak is trying to stabilize, so that's given a bit of an impetus to cable in the last few days. But will that have any more effect as this Brexit scenario rumbles on? We'll have to wait and see. So keep an eye on cable as well, because as I said, it is something that we can actually have a bit of an opportunity with in the near term as well, and that's what we'll be looking at today. So thank you very much for joining me. Let me know what you think. This video will be posted on our Telegram and YouTube channels as usual. Feel free to comment and let me know what you're trading on, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.